A busy start to the season, a lot of games, very few days. How important is it to start on a good foot?
It's very important. You always want to have that good start. Obviously, we have Connecticut, but I think we've done a great job preparing for them, and we're ready.
When you think about it, it's only 2 preseason games. How valuable was it to you, though?
So important because you get 2 different styles of play. With Dallas, they were very post dominant, and then Atlanta, they had their quick guards that could make plays at any moment. And so it was really nice to get a little bit of both because when you look at Connecticut, they have threats everywhere. And so just being able to get that feel was great.
11 out of 20. It's going to be in a hurry. Clicking games in a row here. Having a charter officially now, how important is it that it's a done deal, it's going to happen?
It's great. I mean, it always helps with recovery, just being able to get back and sleep in your own bed at night. That's always a great thing, and so I'm really glad that we're taking these steps, especially this season.
Aliyah, what do you think the team has done best in these couple of weeks of training camp?
Just continue to get better. You play together and you have people have different styles of play. Just coming together, understanding what each other likes to do best, and I think we're really seeing it in action when we play against the guys.
The first 2 preseason games, you didn't have your full deck. Now Kelsey's back practicing, Erica's back as well. Just how will that adjustment period work here as the regular season starts if they're all healthy and available?
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to be ready. You're ready when your name is called. Everyone that starts, everyone that comes off the bench, and I think we've done a great job just playing together. I mean, Kelsey's back now, so that's great getting her mixed in with us now. But it's been great. I mean, everyone's ready. They know what they have to do.
You were in this same situation last year against the same team, even #1 overall pick. High expectations coming in. What's your message going to Caitlin, and what are you going to kind of try to tell her going into this game?
Just continue to be her. I think we've talked about it. Everyone knows it. She gets so much attention because of her ability to shoot and her ability to pass the ball. So just continue to be her, and what's for her will come, especially in the games.
There's so much hype over the game Thursday night here. How do you stay focused on what you got to do tomorrow?
Well, I mean, there's when you look at Connecticut, that's the first name on the schedule, and being professional, just being competitors, you know that you cannot ever look over any team because they're coming to win as well, and so we know that we're focused on Connecticut, and then what comes after that comes.
Aliyah, how do you think you've done this preseason? What are you kind of looking to improve on once the regular season starts?
Yeah, I think I've done a great job of just continuing to be consistent. That's been my biggest thing, especially this offseason, and so just being ready to do that once the season starts now.
And what was kind of the story behind Caitlin's unofficial graduation yesterday?
Hey, it's always important to graduate, and so she missed hers, and so we hosted one for her here.
And all the hype, it's finally here. How excited to actually play a game that matters here?
I'm very excited. I think first time you put on your WNBA uniform, like that's special, and I know it's on the road, but really great team. Got to be prepared, but it'll be fun to get out there and know this one counts and compete really hard.
11 games in 20 days. That's a heck of a schedule to get through this.
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody knows that's the case in the situation, but that's the situation for every WNBA team. So I think it's gonna be really important to take care of your body. Gonna have to do a lot off the court to make sure we're staying in shape, taking care of our bodies, watching film, knowing the scout. There's only so much you can do on the court. You don't get a lot of practice days, so I think that's going to be the most important thing going through that stretch.
A lot of new fans to women's basketball. That's not the case in Connecticut, both for the Huskies and the Sun. I'm sure you'll get a very warm reception. Is it nice to maybe, even though you're on the road, to go up there where they really have appreciated women's basketball for a long time?
Yeah, obviously a place that really supports women's basketball, but the fans are going to be awesome. I've been expecting a great crowd, and that's how it's always been there. Whether it's been the college level, whether it's been the pro level, it's always been a great environment to play in. So I'm excited to experience it for the first time. It'll be cool and special for me to go around to all these WNBA arenas for the first time and experience each one. It's special throughout my college year, to go to each arena and see how it was different, and kind of check the box of playing there, and that's what it's going to be to start my career soon.
How beneficial has only 2 games in preseason, but how beneficial was it to you?
I think it was awesome. You don't really play those 2 games. You gotta get your feet wet in the first one. That'll probably be pretty difficult. So being able to just get out there, try different lineups. Obviously we played without Kelson and E-Dub in the last one, so that was a little different for myself, having to handle the ball quite a bit. But I think it'll be nice to have them back and see what we can do from that standpoint. But I think anytime you can get out there, especially as a rookie, you need those 2 games to prepare and all these practices. We've been going hard. So, but it being the first game, it adds a little something extra to it.
Speaking of that, without having Kelsey and Erica for the last game and all that, how is it going to be just adjusting to both of them being back on the floor if they're able to go and be ready tomorrow?
Yeah, if they're able to go, that's great. It's a long season, so you got to take care of your body and do what's right. But 2 people that are vets in this game know how it goes, so it's awesome for somebody like me, coming in my first year. It's just 2 people that I can lean on, that I have, around me on the court. So I just think about how lucky and fortunate I am. So just lean on them, rely on them, ask them questions, they're going to help carry me through the first part of the season, and it's going to be a learning experience for all of us as we get adjusted to playing with each other. But I'm just super fortunate and excited for those two, for sure.
Where has this group seen the most improvement over these last couple of weeks?
I think it's just honestly building our chemistry. We're still a young group and trying to put all the right pieces together, and obviously lose.
Got a question in the back? Go ahead.
Hey, Caitlin. Erica Willard here with Indiana Fever. How's training camp going? Are you ready for the first game tomorrow?
You think they haven't asked that question? You think they haven't asked
Come on, you got more game than that.
That was a weak question.
That was good.
Come on, weak sauce.
No, you want to troll, and I'm not helping you. No.
That's a weak question.
Hey, you missed the Iowa ceremonies this
Yeah.
weekend. Was that hard?
Honestly, I was kind of glad to not have to go stay in Carver Hawk. Carver Hawk Arena doesn't have air conditioning, so it gets really hot with all those people in there in the spring and summer. So it was fine by me. Dad said, you can just ship my diploma to my parents and we'll call it good.
Well, now that you're a graduate, what are you going to do with your life?
Try to find a job, I guess.
Are we ready or not? Tell us how you feeling about going.
Yeah, ready. Been ready since September 10th last year. Ready to get the show on the road. Game 1, that's all we're focused on.
11 and 20 nights. It's a tough road. What do you say to the girls about this?
I'm sorry.
About playing so many games in 20 days here.
Yeah, the
It's
month
hard.
of May is crazy, right? Like it's every other day, but that's the league that we play in. I talk to them a lot about recovery. A lot of players coming from college, they don't understand the recovery aspect and how important that is. Like you have to make sure you're taking care of your body, not an injury, just recovery, ready to go for the next day.
The first game of the season counts as much as the last game of the season when you're thinking about the playoffs. Important to get off to a good start, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. As long as we stick to our standards, which is to go out, play the hardest 40 minutes, we'll get the result that we want. We're just still trying to figure things out. We're going to get, hopefully Kelsey Mitchell will be back here pretty soon, and she's back in practice. So, we've got to start. Like now we're just figuring out those lineups and who's going to help us the most.
I know coaches are always like, we need one more practice, we need one more practice. What did you get out of training camp in the preseason? You feel like you're good to go?
Yeah, I feel like everyone that was in this gym gave me everything they had in their heart and soul. I really do believe that. It was hard to make the decisions that we had to make, but we feel really good with the 12 that we have.
When it comes to those roster decisions, obviously right now you're playing with the caveat of Demiris' suspended contract. Is there a timetable on her and her injury?
Yeah, nope. We're just we needed to do that, and she's going to stay here on her own and get some rehab and recovery, and we'll kind of play that how it goes, and we'll figure that out when the time comes.
When it comes to integrating Kelsey maybe back in the lineup this week, Erica coming back, how will you go about that knowing they didn't get to play in both of the preseason games?
Yeah, just excited about what it's going to look like. I mean, we've had some moments in practice where, Kelsey is just an explosion. I know yesterday she made a pass to Caitlin, and Caitlin just wasn't even ready for it. It happened so fast. Katie Lou had one where Kelsey was driving hard baseline, and she just was like, she was so fast she got on top of him, before she even knew it was coming. Kelsey just brings a whole different dynamic and speed to this game. So it's just going to take some time to get used to what she does and put it all together.
Close to 24 hours from tip time. Do you have a definitive answer of whether Kelsey's going to be in the game tomorrow?
I'm going to wait and talk to our trainer as soon as I'm done here, and we're going to see where she was today and how she responded to yesterday and then today.